Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. Oh yeah, so we're back here over at spawn. I was running out of food. In fact, I was down to about 10 or 15 pieces of steak. So yeah, I had to come over here. I had to camp our wheat farm. In fact, I was trying to bone meal some of this stuff to get it to grow faster. We got some pieces there now. Basically, yeah, we needed to breed some cows and get some steak. As I was sitting there growing this wheat and waiting on it to grow, yeah, I kind of feel like we should make one of those bread maker things. I think Generic B invented that way back in the day, where basically you hold down right click and it automatically gives you bone meal and seeds, and it grows these for you. Although, you know, back when he made that little contraption, you could use one piece of bone meal and it would automatically fully grow the wheat. You can't do that anymore. Yeah, the wheat takes a little bit more than that to grow every time now. I'm not really sure if there's a way to use the bread maker or if there is a version of that that does work with the new bone meal changes since then. I'll have to take a look at that. If you guys know of an invention that you can just sit there and hold right click and it grows all your wheat for you with the new bone meal changes, let me know, because that would be awesome. So yeah, I've spent some time here and I did get a lot of steak. So, oh no, that's not over here. Yeah, I've also collected a lot of blaze rods. I've been camping the blaze farm. I did collect a lot of steak. And yeah, we got a few stacks in here, like 2.5 stacks extra. I've cooked up all the extra meat that we had around as well. So yeah, we're doing pretty good on all of that stuff. So I've been playing a little bit off camera, trying to get some things done around here, trying to decide what I want to do. One of those, okay, hi, you guys are angry. I wasn't ready for that. All right, well, we're going to have angry pigmen coming after us for forever now. Not good, not good. Anybody else? Who wants some? Nobody else wants any? Okay, so one of those things I was thinking about is this is like 0-0, right? This gets up to the nether ceiling into the cheaty pigman farm. I was thinking, since we don't really have a proper nether hub, we should make that like the very center. I'm thinking we should do like a cube of nether portals. Well, I guess, yeah, like 4 nether portals or whatever around that center thing. And that would be like the very middle of our nether hub area. I think that would make a lot of sense, and I think it'd be kind of cool. The only problem is these tunnels that I've already dug aren't going to be lined up. At least I don't think they will with, you know, the 4 sides of a Minecraft circle anyway, the cardinal directions. So I'll have to adjust those a little bit. And that brings me over to this topic over here. This is the road that we take to get over to the Blaze Farm. Is there angry pigmen at the end over here? No, there's no pigmen. Yeah, this is the tunnel we get to the Blaze Farm. And I was talking about how we had to travel all the way over the fortress, go down, then travel all the way back to get to the Blaze Farm. Well, I've dug out a tunnel here to make it easier for us to ride horses and stuff through here. And I've also moved our tunnel down. So instead of going all the way down there, it's just a short little distance to this area. And this is right next to where the Blaze Farm is. It is kind of like a long ladder. You still have to go down. I should make like a quick fall with a slime block at the bottom. That would make a lot of sense. But yeah, we just go straight down here and we hit this part of the nether fortress. And that's the Blaze Farm right there. So that's a lot nicer to get to this area. One more thing we should probably do. I haven't done it yet. It's like an old stair step I made. Yeah, one more thing we should do over here is make like some kind of a back way in. That way I don't have to, you know, run all the way around 50% of this thing to get into it. Yeah, that would make sense. I still need to collect iron and make iron bars and finish this room up. It does look pretty ugly. For those of you who didn't see that episode, I put all this netherrack around here to prevent all the other blazes in this area from seeing and aggroing and all of that stuff. But yeah, I really haven't done anything else inside the Blaze Farm. So yeah, that was kind of cool. I did tear down that cobblestone structure on the other side, so we got rid of all trace of that previous way down. So all we're left with is this one right here, which makes a lot more sense. It's closer to our Blaze Farm, so we don't have to travel all the way across this area. Another thing I want to do is start looking at setting up a wither skeleton. I don't know if I want to say exactly a farm or not, but I want to set up an area where we can start, you know, I guess farming them. Because this little cross section here and this one right over here makes perfect spawning areas for our wither skeletons. The rest of this fortress is pretty well lit up, so we're not getting too many other spawns. We do get pigment spawns, and I guess they can spawn on all the netherrack around. But if we extend this out, I think it goes to right here where this part ends. So think of this as like a square. It goes out over there too, and it connects to this one. So all of this is spawnable space for wither skeletons. Yeah, it's kind of a big area when you lay out the extra blocks that are missing here. Yeah, we'll start working on that pretty soon. I do want to start fighting wither bosses and getting beacons, especially for all of the different projects we're doing. Like that slime farm, for instance, digging out all those blocks. Whew, that takes a long time when you only have an efficiency 4 pickaxe. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over to the jungle base. I've made some work on the melon farm. I also made the pumpkin farm. Let's go take a look at that, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, so here we are back at the jungle base. I've had some comments, actually. People are saying that I should pick an area in the jungle and call that my base. Well, guys, that's the thing about this jungle. The whole thing is my base. So we're doing like, we're not digging underground and digging out a cave and making stuff. We're just using the jungle as it is, and this is the base. So those of you who keep saying, yeah, we should make a base, yeah, that's what's going on. So yeah, I went ahead and I made the melon and pumpkin farm look a little bit better. Instead of doing the jungle planks across, we're doing the jungle logs. I really think it makes it feel a lot more natural. Like when you're looking at it from back here, you're not seeing like something that looks out of place. You're seeing jungle logs and vines, jungle logs and vines. And yeah, the dark glass kind of tones down the rest of the jungle planks in there. I think it looks a lot better this way. I might do vines all the way across. The only thing is, I didn't want vines going down over the glass, so I might not do that. Let's only put it down on the corners here. I think it looks a lot better, in my opinion, than the way we had it before. The backside leaves a little bit to be desired as far as making that look pretty, but since we don't have any paths or anything that goes back behind, I figured I'd leave that unfinished for now until it becomes a problem. Yeah, once we start building off over here, definitely we don't want to see that. I'll have to build some kind of like a room or something to cover that up, or we might even change that sand block to a gravel block and we won't even see it. I guess another problem would be an Enderman walking by. Could potentially pick up those blocks and then break the farm. Yeah, that's something else I actually just didn't think about until right this second. Yeah, we don't want Enderman taking those blocks, although it'd be extremely rare that an Enderman would spawn right there and then pick up that block and then teleport away or whatever. Yeah, we just don't want that to happen. Okay, so yeah, I think this area is looking pretty good. I did put in a jack-o'-lantern down below. We put a couple of jungle leaves on top of it, kind of like hidden lighting. I do like that. I've moved this back a little bit so it wasn't right up against the wall. We got like a little walking area between the farms. I think that looks pretty good too. Yeah. The only thing is we don't have... Oh, we got the melons growing there. Or the pumpkins, not melons. The only thing is, I think there's one more thing I want to add to these farms is a button where we can press it and it'll harvest it immediately. But the collection area also needs to be dealt with as well. Oh, there's a jungle plank in there. Let's take that. So yeah, we got a little bit of melons collected, which is pretty good. On this farm over here, see if we got any pumpkins. We haven't collected any pumpkins. Okay, so I haven't been in this area since I built the farm really until let it collect. Once I start working on the slime farm and other projects around here, yeah, we'll definitely have time for these farms to harvest themselves and things like that. Another thing we could do, since I have the daylight sensor right here, and I sleep as soon as it becomes dusk and we're able to sleep, I might move the daylight sensor up a block and put a piece of dust under there. That way it'll give it a little bit more time to turn off before it becomes completely dark outside. Yeah, there's just some other things we can do to improve the farm when it harvests and things like that. So when I sleep, it'll always harvest. Like maybe, yeah, like if we make it so the redstone signal turns off that piston right before or right at the same time we're able to sleep, that would definitely make these a little bit better. So we can work on that later. So another project I want to work on today, I want to set up an automatic sugarcane farm. Now these aren't super difficult to do. In fact, it might, well, no, it's going to be different. It's going to be different. We're not going to base the sugarcane on the daylight sensor on the position of the sun. We're going to use a bud switch to auto harvest the sugarcane. Once it gets 2 blocks tall, it should harvest, and then it'll only be 1 block tall. I'm sorry, once it gets to 3 blocks tall, there's 2 blocks to be harvested, it'll auto harvest. I think that's the way we're going to do it. I got to figure out where we're going to put that farm. I do want it decently big, but I don't want it really oversized. I'm almost wondering if we should extend out this farming area here and have like sugarcane on either side, or if we should put that in its own little area. It might be kind of cool if we like have another path like this leading off over here. How are we doing on the ground? Is this go? No, this goes down pretty far. Well, I guess we could stare down there and have the sugarcane farms like along these hills and stuff. There's nothing that says it has to all be on the same level. In fact, I'd prefer if it wasn't all on the same level. That way, it makes it a little bit more interesting. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and start building a path, clearing out some of the stuff. We'll go down here, and I think down here is where we're going to have our sugarcane farms. Yeah, we need sugarcane for paper, for books. We need it for sugar, for speed upgrades. We also need the sugar for fermented spider eyes. So yeah, there is a reason why we're doing these different farms. All right, guys. Give me a moment here. I'm going to start clearing out some land, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys. Yeah, it just turned daytime. I just slept. I saw a spider over there. Looks like he's a friendly spider. We'll just leave him alone. So I did build a path off our main road here going down. I originally was following the train a little bit, and I think it started about right here before we started the descent. And then this path just came out too far. I think it ended about right here or something. And yeah, I decided that just extends way too far. I don't know if we should use stairs for like these declines, since we don't use stairs anywhere else along this path. I think it would just look weird if we changed the type of material for the pathway. So we're staying with these stone slabs. We're just starting the descent a little bit sooner. I did have to cut out some of the terrain to work with that. We might remove that block too. But yeah, so just the way the path normally looks. I really don't know what to do with these stair blocks as we're declining like this. So I have them faced this way and then this way and then this way, and it kind of makes like a repeating pattern. I've done that over here as well, and I wasn't really sure about this either, but it's one of those things like I did it and then we don't really look at it that much. So there might be a better way to get these stair designs to work better with these slabs going down. I don't know. I know people are saying we should use solid blocks and things like that, and then have the stair pieces in between those or whatever. Yeah, there's a few different ways we can do that. Kind of like how we have these, how these are turned in and these are turned out. Yeah, some people didn't like those either. I like them because you can just walk up these things. But with these particular pieces, unless you're paying attention, you could get stuck like right here. But you can kind of walk up them if you're along the very edge. I don't know. It's just one of those little things. We might change these out for something else later. If you guys got ideas for what we could do for these types of railings, definitely let me know in the comments below. So I kind of set up something here, which I think is what we're going to do. It's not very big. It's only 8 long, and that way we can have water running right like this, and that travels a full 8 blocks over here. So I just kind of like framed out what I thought we should do, although we could move this over a little bit. With the path stopping right here, it really looks kind of weird because we'd have to be like coming out the path, walking over here, and then come over here to see it, and then we'd only have like 1 block of room. Yeah, that's why I decided to move the path back a little bit. But yeah, we can move this down some. It doesn't have to be right where it's at. But I'm thinking this is what we're gonna end up doing. So we'll have like dirt right along here, and we'll probably have water running right here. maybe, I'm still deciding how we're going to do this. We might even have the sugarcane down one more block instead of on this one. We'll have pistons behind that will push it, and then it should enter this water stream, or whatever we decide to do. We could even just use hoppers. We don't have to use a water stream. I just don't want to do another minecart thing. I don't want to have like every farm using minecarts. It just might be too much for when they all kick off at the same time or whatever. But yeah, I think this is what we're going to end up doing. So I need to go ahead and get that sugar cane. I need to figure out how we're going to lay this farm out. Like I said, I'm probably going to move it down a couple of blocks just so we have some walking room here, and then we can see the farm. So maybe 2 or 3 blocks down this way further. So yeah, let me go ahead and get some more things going, guys, and we will be right back. Alright guys, so here's what we got so far. It's kind of small, it's not very extravagant, but I think it's going to serve its purpose pretty well. I mean, this will be something that just constantly runs all of the time, you know, while we're doing other things. So, yeah, so I did plant the sugarcane on dirt right here, and then 1 block lower I put some running water. That way when these pistons that are behind these planks here push the sugarcane out, it'll fall into the water stream. It'll be washed over here. We'll have to set up a hopper or something. I did bring hoppers. We'll have to set up like a hopper down here. Let's go ahead and just put that in right now. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. We'll break that, and we will place it down so it's facing that dirt block in front of it. There we go. So yeah, now it's facing the block in front of it, so we can put another hopper over here or something, and then have a chest so it's not directly under here. Anyway, so this is our setup back here. We got 2 layers of sticky pistons. They have the planks in front of them. So when we set off the redstone signal, the whole wall should push forward. I want to do this in such a way that it only pushes forward when like the one on the end over here, or the one on the end over here, whichever we decide, grows to the second block. So we'll have like a bud piston up here, over here, something. Either way, we have to have a piston that's set up as a bud switch, so when the block updates, this air block turns into a sugarcane block, it'll detect that and then kick off the system. But first of all, we need to actually get the system set up so it works. I believe what we can do, yeah, I have some planks right here. I believe we can just go ahead and put planks along like this, and then we'll put some redstone along like this, and that should send the whole system off. To a lever here and test it. Oh, no it doesn't. Okay. We did knock off a sugarcane, but that's fine. Okay, we need to get the top row going. Oh, you know what it is? That's right. That's right. Okay, we need... Oh, we got an airspace up here. Yeah, we need to put the planks at this level, I think. Okay, let's try and do this and get the redstone... Let's do this. Let's just try a few of them so I'm not wasting a whole bunch of time. Where'd my lever go? Do I not have it in my inventory? Ah, it's right there. Oh, that sounded good, actually. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that does the whole wall when it's one up from the bottom ones. All right, I'm good with that. So let's go ahead and continue this pattern. We will place all this redstone. Yeah, very simple wiring here. There's some things about sticky pistons I don't really know, so I'm always trying to remember the correct way to do it. But yeah, it appears that this is the correct way. You know what, let's open this up just so we have light on top of the redstone. Yeah, these torches should prevent the redstone from doing light updates or whatever and causing extra lag. So let's go ahead and place this here. The entire wall pushed forward. It is perfect. Okay, so that's what we want. Awesome. So now we're gonna need... Why is there a plank there? Are we already touching? Ooh, we are super close to the pumpkin farm. I didn't even notice that. Okay, so we can't really make any more room this way. Good to know. So we're pretty much there. I mean, it's set up to be manual. All I need to do is have a lever here and we can do this. So next thing, I'm going to go ahead and set up a bud switch. Probably... I might do it on this block over here, actually. There's more cover around. It'll be harder to see it further away from our road. Yeah, we'll probably set it up right over here in this area. Okay, let me go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not great at redstone. I know a little bit about it. I know how a lot of it works, but a lot of these tricks and things that have come out recently, like bud switches and all, well, I guess bud switches aren't super recent, but yeah, the new sticky block bud switches and things like that. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure them out. Let me show you what I got going on here. We have a sticky piston right there. Right above it, we have a slime block, and right above that, we have a redstone block. So what these three things do are normally a bud switch. So if something happens to that piston, if the airspace below it gets modified, like if I put a torch here, the piston moves up and down, okay? Let me grab my torches back. So yeah, that's the bud switch. It's that simple. It's a sticky piston facing up with a slime block and a redstone block. Okay, so when the piston pushes all this up, the redstone block powers this redstone line, which powers everything down here, and that goes to a 2-tick repeater. And now this needs to be on 2 ticks, otherwise the redstone pulse is so quick, the pistons push the blocks forward in the farm. So all these planks move forward, and then they retract without and leave these planks in their place. So yeah, that's the problem. So we need to have 2 ticks of delay so it pushes the planks and then retracts the planks. Now, I tried this setup here with the redstone going directly into this top line, and all that did is move the top set of pistons. So the bottom set never got pushed forward, only the top set. So I believe how this works with the top row of pistons being powered by this redstone line is there's like some kind of an update, like these pistons down below are getting powered diagonally, and there was an update before where I was flipping the lever or something like that, where that was activating all the bottom row to be extended at the same time. Similar to how this works with the block update, because this is being powered by 1 block away. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Give me that thing back. Anyway, yeah, it's all kind of complicated. I'm not exactly 100% sure how this all works. One thing I do know, I was going to go sleep. I think I'm going to hold off. Yeah, one thing I do know is when I had a plank right here, the bud switch would go off, this whole wall would push forward, it would retract, which would update this piston, which would send a redstone signal, pushing this stuff out, retract, this would update this piston, and so on and so forth. So it just created a loop. Like if I place this back here, and let's just do a torch, this thing, well, it's not doing it now for some reason. Actually, let's try that again. Maybe we're fine now. Okay. I'm not sure what I changed, but it works. With that plank there before, it was causing a loop. Like as these planks would pull backwards, it would cause this to kick off again, and it would just constantly send pulse after pulse after pulse. Well, I actually wasn't expecting that to work. But since it does work, I think we'll call it a day, and I'm a redstone genius. Yeah, that's it. That's what's going on here. I'm a redstone genius. So this thing all works as it should. I just need to put some glass in the front. Why is that working? It wasn't working before. I don't know. Okay, yeah, let me go ahead and put some glass in the front. This is pretty much all set to work. It'll be automatic when the sugarcane grows. Oh, you know what? We're missing a sugarcane there, aren't we? Let's grab one. Just one. Yeah, when the sugarcane grows, it'll touch this piston, and it'll push the wall forward, and it'll be completely 100% automatic. That's pretty awesome. Okay, let's move on to something else before I break something. Alright guys, so we're back here over at the spawn area. I want to talk about enchanting, repairing, renaming, that kind of stuff. Slipgator brought it to my attention the other day that no matter what you do to your tools, it increases the repair cost. Now this is important for like our main tools, like our diamond pickaxe, our diamond shovel, our greed sword, things like this that we're going to want to repair later on. So let's take a look at this real quick. So if we take a stone shovel, actually let's do this. Let's mine 1 piece of dirt, or I guess harvest a piece of dirt, whatever you want to call it, and put that back. Okay, so brand new stone shovel, if we go to repair it, it costs 2 levels, right? Okay, so let's not repair that. Let's call this stone shovel renamed. So that costs 1 level, right? So it cost 2 levels to repair before. Now we're renaming it. Okay, so same exact shovel. And if we go to repair it, it costs 3 levels now. Okay, so that's something interesting to take note of. Every time you do something to a shovel, whether you rename it, whether you repair it, whether you add a book enchantment to it, it then adds to this enchantment cost or repair cost, and it doubles each and every time once you get past like the 3rd level or the 4th level. I can't remember. It goes from like 2 to 3 to 4 to 8 to 16, I think is what it does. Anyway, you lose out on an extra repair just by renaming your tool. That's stupid. I dislike that a lot. So we can go ahead and just use a level right there. So this thing costs 3 levels. Let's do another thing. We'll put that back. I put it back in the wrong spot. That's fine. I'll fix it in a moment. So we do this, and then we repair it again. Now it costs 5 levels. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Basically, what this means is naming your tools actually harms you. So you don't want to rename your tools at all, which is stupid. That like takes away the whole point of renaming your tool so you know what you're using. But nope, you can't do that anymore. It burns a chance for you to repair your tool. Like if you got a really good pickaxe, efficiency 5 on breaking 3, silk touch or whatever, you can't rename it. Oh my goodness. So basically what you want to do, instead of putting your tool in the enchanting table and getting a random enchantment and then combining it and trying to make a better and better one, you want to make books. Yeah, that's right. You want to make books. You want to enchant books, combine books, get that efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, fortune 3, or silk touch, or whatever you want. Get that all combined onto one book, and then take that book, put it onto your tool. That's like the best way of doing it. And then don't rename your tool. So basically, that's what we're going to be doing here in just a moment. I want to start collecting. Well, I have a lot of levels, if you didn't notice. I just burned a few of them. I want to start making some books. Oh, you know what? We got some right here. And I want to start enchanting them. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That's probably going to be the way from now on. We're going to do our enchants is enchant books and then combine the books and only use that as a way to put enchants on our tools and things. That's such a silly thing. We need some lapis too. I'm going to take that stack of blocks. Should I bring a chest? I was going to say I really should bring an ender chest. I have one in my inventory, so that's fine. We have extra inventory for us to bring back here. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're going to do some testing down here. I'm going to do some low-level enchants just to verify that's actually how that works. I'm going to make a couple of books, put on some stone tools. We'll try to repair that and just verify that that is, in fact, the best way to do it. Okay, so I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alright guys, so we're over here at the skeleton farm. I realized we had some bows, so we can just do bow enchantments to test this out too. So let's grab a couple of bows. Let's see how much it costs to repair them with each other. So that's 2 levels. If we swap that around, still 2 levels. So it doesn't matter. Right, so I just enchanted a couple books. I saw Silk Touch for 2 levels, so I took it. That's pretty awesome to get. So we have a power 1, and then we also have an efficiency 2, power 2. So that costs 4 levels to combine it that way, and 2 levels to combine it this way. Okay, I think we're going to do that. So that costs just 2 levels, right? Right. So again, 2 bows repairing with each other. It doesn't matter which way is 2 levels. So if we put this on the bow, that's going to bring it up to 3. And we're going to get power 2 on the bow. Wait, did I? Oh, I did a power 1 with the power 2, didn't I? Okay, that was kind of derpy. But anyway, I guess we can still test this. So we'll get power 2, and then if we do that, we repair it. Yeah, the repair cost has gone from 3 to 5. That's exactly the same as we saw it before. Repairing it this way goes to 7. Yeah, that is not good at all. Okay, well, I guess what I'm going to do is just enchant a whole bunch of books, hope for the best, and I'll show you guys what we get. Alright guys, so I spent pretty much all my levels that I can do enchanting with. So we got a bunch of decent books here. I also combined some, so I used up a bit more of my levels. So we got a sharpness 5 book, power 5 book, infinity, Efficiency 4 or blast protection. We'll probably use the efficiency on that. We got another efficiency 4. We've got unbreaking, respiration 3. Efficiency. So we're going to combine these two. In fact, we should do that right now. Let's go ahead and combine efficiency plus efficiency. Okay, so that's efficiency 5. We'll combine that with this unbreaking. Perfect. And we also had that silk touch somewhere. There it is. So this would make a really awesome diamond pickaxe. I think we'll go ahead and keep that book. That is ready to go. So we got some other things here, just some aqua affinity, sharpness, power 1. I was starting to burn some enchantments with the books, and then I decided, you know, it'd probably be a better idea just to use the bows and stuff that we had. So yeah, we got some kind of silly ones that I'll probably just end up tossing. This is the kind of book that we really want. So these are the kind of books that I'm going to be going for. Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, Silk Touch 1. And I'm pretty sure when I repair, or I put this onto a diamond pickaxe, it'll increase the repair cost by 1 level, but we will have the pickaxe already to go. It'll have all the different enchants on there that we need, and then we just won't rename it ever. Yeah, kind of silly the way that they've changed the enchanting, but, you know, we just got to work around it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it. Sorry for all the redstone derpiness. And we'll see you next time.